Perek Hey, L'Tosef is Biur, Be'er Hitev, Lashon Tfisa, and an additional explanation to explain well this language of grasping. Amar Eliyahu L'Smachshavat Tfisa Bachulu, that Eliyahu said that no thought can grasp you at all. Yeah, we said in the previous Perek that you can grasp Hashem through the Torah and mitzvos, Hine Kol Seichel, and that, like we explained, the contradiction that no thought can grasp you, but Hashem through tzimtzum into the Torah and the mitzvos we can grasp, and how the mitzvos are like a garment, and the Torah is compared to it's like someone holding you and hugging you. So it's the difference between like when you hold the king or the king holds you. When you hold the king, it's like the mitzvahs. But when the king holds you and hugs you, that's the Torah. But now we're going to explain it a little deeper. Now, with a concept of intellect, when your intellect grasps some idea, so the intellect grasps that idea, and surrounds it within your mind, and that idea is grasped and surrounded and is enclosed within your intellect. Within the intellect, that grasped it and understood it. So it's inside and surrounded by your mind. So too, the intellect is enclosed within the idea. So it's that idea is surrounded by your mind like a garment, but also the intellect, your mind, wears that idea like a garment at the same time. The very time that it's grasping it and understanding it within that mind. So each one is wearing the other like a garment. The intellect is wearing the idea, and the idea is wearing the intellect. Derech mashal, yesha adam mevin umasig ezu halacha b'mishna b'gemara la'oshra. For example, when a person understands and grasps some halacha in the Mishnah or the Gemara to its richness, al-burya, in clarity, so the intellect grasps and surrounds that idea. And so too, the intellect is wearing that idea like a garment, and the idea is wearing the intellect like a garment, be'ososha, at the very same time. Right, so the intellect surrounds it, and it is a garment on top of the intellect, surrounding the intellect. V'hinei halacha zuhi chachmaso. Now this halacha is Hashem's wisdom. V'ritzono shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the will of the Holy One, blessed be He. Sh'ala v'ritzono, that it came up into His will. Kishiyiton Ruvain kach v'kach derech mashal, that when Ruvain, for example, claims such and such, v'Shimon kach v'kach, and Shimon claims such and such, Yihi psak b'neim kach v'kach, so the psak will be such and such. perhaps like, in Baba Metzia, when one says that the two are holding onto a talus, and one says this is all mine, the other says this is all mine, and the psak is that they divide, for example. Vafim lohaya. And even if this never happened, such a case, and such a case will never happen, will never come in front of the court with these particular claims of each side. But nonetheless, since this came up into the will and wisdom of the Holy One, blessed be He, that if this one holds like this and this one says like that, that the ruling should be such. So when a person understands in his mind this ruling, as the law, as it's described in the Mishnah or in the Gemara or poskim or in the poskim, so he grasps and understands and surrounds in his mind the will and wisdom of the Holy One, blessed be He, that no thought can grasp. So the halacha allows you to grasp the ungraspable thought of the Holy One, blessed be He. And just like you can't grasp Him, you can't grasp His will and wisdom, only as they are enclosed within the laws as they're set in front of us. V'gam sichlom lubash b'hem, and also your mind is enclosed in them. That idea of Hashem's will and wisdom is like a garment that surrounds your intellect, and your intellect is wearing them like a clothing, just like the intellect also surrounds it at the same time. V'hu yichud nifla, and that is a wondrous union. Shein yichud kamohu v'lo ke'ercho nimtza klal b'gashmius, that there's no comparable union at all in the physical world. To be united and one truly from all sides and corners. That you are inside and out and inside out and outside in, united together in the same time, surrounded by it and surrounding it at the same time. And here you have a extra something great, an extra gedol of nifla, great and awesome, le'in kates, infinitely, asher b'mitzvahs yidiyas Torah, that is within the mitzvah of knowing the Torah, v'asagasa, and it's grasping al kol mitzvos maisios, above all the physical mitzvahs that we do. And not only in action, but even the mitzvahs that are dependent upon speech, which is more ethereal. Mitzvahs Talmud Torah, and even greater than the mitzvah of the study of Torah, shebedibur, that's in speech. Here we're talking about the internal grasping of the Torah in the mind, in machshava and seichel. Because these lower levels of mitzvos in speech and thought, HaKadosh Baruch Hu malbish es hanefesh umakifa or havaya merosha v'ad ragla. The Holy One, blessed be He, encloses the soul and surrounds it, the light of Hashem, from head to toe. Ubiyadiyas HaTorah, and with the knowledge of the Torah, milvad she'aseichel melubash b'chachmas Hashem, aside from the fact that the intellect is enclosed within the wisdom of Hashem, like the other mitzvos that the light of Hashem surrounds it. But he is also surrounding the wisdom of Hashem. The wisdom of Hashem is inside him. This, that the intellect grasps and understands and surrounds within the intellect, that which can be grasped, and to reach Torah from in the knowledge of Torah. Each person according to his intellect and the strength of his knowledge, and that which he can reach in the levels of the 4 levels of Torah, Pshat, Remesh, Drush, Sod, which are compared to the orchard. And since in the knowledge of Torah, the Torah is enclosed within the soul of man, we surround the intellect inside of us, and at the same time, the intellect is surrounded by them, by those knowledge of the Torah. Therefore, the Torah is called, it's compared to bread and sustenance. Of the soul, that just like physical bread sustains the body, when you place it inside yourself and eat it inside you, and the food changes to become blood and flesh, just like your flesh, and through that internalization, you live and keep going. So too, in the knowing of Torah, Vasagasa, and grasping it, Benefesh Adam, in the soul of man, Shalom Dahetev, when you learn it well, Be'iyun Sichlo, in the depth of your understanding, Ad Shenitfeses B'Sichlo, to the point where it's grasped in your intellect, Misachedes Imo, and becomes one with you, Vayulachadim, and becomes one. Like we said, in 2 ways, by surrounding and being surrounded, Nasim Mazun L'Nefesh, so that becomes a sustenance to the soul, because it's inside you, not just surrounds you. So that becomes like a sustenance that goes inside, V'chaim B'Kirba, and a life in the tummy, Mechai Echaim, from the life of life, Ein Sof Baruch Hu, the infinite may be blessed, Hamalubish B'Chachmaso V'Toraso, that's enclosed within his will and his Torah, Shebikirba, that's inside of you, V'zeh Shikaso V'Sorasecha B'Soch Mi'ai, and that's why it says that your Torah is inside of my stomach. That's what that means, that we internalize it in a way that you can't do with the mitzvahs. Like it's brought in Eitz Chaim, that the garments of the souls in Gan Eden are the mitzvahs, and the Torah is the sustenance to the souls, that toiled in this world in Torah for the proper reason. So it's like the feast for the neshamos in Gan Eden. And what does it mean, lishma, for the right reason? That's the reason that you're supposed to have when studying Torah, is that you intend to attach and tie your soul to Hashem al-yedei Torah, through understanding this Torah, Ish kefi sichlo, each person according to his intellect. K'mo shekaseh b'Pri Etz Chaim, v'hamazon hi b'chinas or pnimi. Now, using the language of Kabbalah, of makifim and pnimim, of inner lights and surrounding lights, so the sustenance is an inner light, v'alevushim b'chinas makifim, and the garments are surrounding lights. V'lechin amru Razal, and therefore our sages said, Talmud Torah shakol keneged kol mitzvos, that the study of Torah is compared to all the mitzvos. Because the mitzvos are garments alone, v'haTorah hi mazon v'gam levush, and the Torah is sustenance and also a garment, l'nefesh hamaskeles, to the soul that understands it, shemislabish ba biyuna v'limuda, that the intellect wears it like a garment, and at that time that it is delving into it and learning it. So it has the same quality as the mitzvos, that it's a garment, but it also has another quality, and therefore we say that it's compared to them all. How much more so does the Torah surround you when you say it with your speech? That the breath of your speech surrounds you as an encompassing light, like it says in Pri Etz Chaim, that quality. So we see that the concept of action, which is a garment, and even the higher garment of speech, are add to the quality, or are compared to the quality of Torah that surrounds you. And then the higher quality of Torah is that it in addition, it goes inside of you, and that's the Maila of Machshava. When we're comparing these three garments, but it's not just Machshava, it's the Seichel.